prior to my first day of internship, I read as much as I could about the company. I set like Google News alerts. I went into like all the major industry publications. I wasn't going in blind.
I did my best to get up to speed on what not only the company was doing, but what was happening in the industry. And I could actually add value from the moment I got there. If you hit the ground running, you're already a little bit ahead of the game.
The hardest part about being an intern is the unknown. The best way to prepare is to be proactive about the process, asking for feedback. As I wrapped up a project, as I worked with a different team, I proactively say, hey, listen, can I grab coffee? You know, what did I do? What are some opportunities for improvement for the next time?
You'd be surprised how willing people are to help you throughout the whole process. As business school students, we become expert networkers and we have a templated approach to building relationships. But for me, what it really comes down to is friendship. When you think about it, there's a lot of us here that have the functional skills to get the job done, but are you the person that your boss wants to work next to every day?
Because at the end of the day, people like to do business with people that they like.
Mentors were really big for me in my internship, someone who I could trust. I wouldn't feel embarrassed telling them like I didn't know how to do something or asking them questions.
They have expectations that you don't know anything about the company or the way it works. You get a little bit extra leeway in terms of asking questions and being naive about certain things.
That helped me prepare for a lot of the soft things that you don't necessarily anticipate. Being able to find the right people that are going to basically serve as an advocate, people that want you to succeed.
People are going to fight for you to get a job. The only way to do that is to have people who really like you, and the only way for them to like you is to develop closer relationships to them.
With regard to networking, I think it's important to take advantage of the opportunities that they put out there. Close a laptop and go out and have a drink or go to the baseball game. Not only was it valuable for me, but they got to see too that this is somebody hopefully that they would want to work with.
There's a lot to help you, but you need to do a lot on your own too in an authentic way so people get to know you. And it's an open door policy, so everyone's really open and it's really easy to do.
You realize there's a lot of noise and you have to make yourself important.
I let people know what I was doing and brought them along with me. So at the end of each week, and this was sort of unsolicited, I would just send my manager a quick email and say, this is what I did this week, this is what I plan on working on next week. In the back of her mind, it was sort of reinforcing, I don't have to worry about this guy.
Once you're able to gain that trust up front, then you have to execute. That's when you can have the biggest impact as an intern and have the chance to interact with senior level management on a regular basis.
It is always an interview and they're always evaluating you.
You have to be at 110%, even at the 17th hour. I had a stretch of maybe a couple of days where, it was like 18 to 20-hour days, and mentally you're like, no, I have to focus, I have to get this done. The team is dependent on me. I think it's at that moment, it's okay, what do you do?
I wouldn't say there's a secret. If there were, I would start selling it. However, I think it just depends on the industry, and it depends. Some industries just don't lend themselves to offers after the internship. You've made relationships, you've gained skills, and at minimum, you've learned something that you never want to go back to. I had lots of classmates who realized they didn't really love it and they had a passion elsewhere. So it's for you to explore, it's for you to learn, and it's for them to get to know you.
It's important to be yourself and be genuine throughout the internship. So going in, knowing what your strengths are and making sure that those come through, I think will lead to a successful time as an intern.
Coming out of school like NYU kind of prepares you, to kind of make that transition. As you go through, OCD and all the other components, that make Stern great, you kind of get ready in terms of having a plan B, plan C, and plan D, because you just never know. Everybody's here to get this job done. How do you get it done? X factor is your passion. Exude that you're excited to be there.
Once you impress them, they will come after you.